So excited to be on the train here in Dakar as we talk about modernizing infrastructure, and trains is definitely one of them. So very excited to be on this experience, learning about the infrastructure, learning about development, learning about what really makes Dakar work, and excited to go to the modern city.
Wow, this is fantastic. This is not New York City, this is Senegal. This is like VIP train with AC. It's not New York City. It's really beautiful. So we're going to a smart city. Can you believe in a developing country like Senegal, considered to be a poor country, they have a smart city? I can't wait to be there. So I'm here with my buddies, with Debbie, with Chris, and
we are very excited to go to our destination today. We're on the train right now, which is really fun for a lot of us who work for the city and do urban planning and think about trains a lot and how we can make our cities more accessible and better suited to people trying to get around. So this is a really interesting experience to see what it's like in another place. So we're really excited.
Hi everybody, I'm so happy again as the director of events for Daylight Africa to receive these people again and showing them the beauty of the Senegal. They are our brothers, our sisters who came back home, and we are so glad this time now also that to discover the station by train going to Diamniado city, the new city of Senegal, of Dakar also. Now we are going for the first capital at Saint-Louis, and at Saint-Louis they will discover the origin of the migration. All this won't happen for the youth, why they want to go out of Africa to join them to the US.
JCRC BridgesNY fellows on their third day in Senegal, and we're on our way to Diamniado using the electric train. You can see from what you've heard from them, they at least able to see beyond the mainstream media and can understand that development are really going on in Africa, and of course people are trying their best to make sure that they meet up with the modern world. So beyond the mainstream media will always be same. Now we have what we call the reality through Daylight Africa, of course in partnership with JCRC New York.
Being on this train is an experience by itself because this is not something a lot of the families here are used to, riding the train. And for us being in New York, we're able to ride the train on a regular basis. But it's very different, spacious, the AC is working great, and the site is just beautiful because you're able to observe all that's happening around us in just one train ride. And going to the smart city, I'm sure it's going to be an experience. We've heard a little bit about why it's being created and to address the needs of the people in Senegal. So I'm very excited, and I'm also looking forward to the educational part of it, because as much as we're here on a fellowship to immerse ourselves in the culture, it's also a learning experience so that we could take this information back to New York and kind of figure out what we're going to do with it and how we're going to continue connecting cultures. And overall, the people, the food, everything around us is just so vibrant. I'm really enjoying myself.
So we're on the train on the way to the Diamniado Smart City. Hope I pronounced that correctly. I've actually been very curious about this since we started talking about it as part of the itinerary, and I think for the folks in the group who are a lot of sort of city planning geeks and are really into infrastructure, I think this is going to be a really interesting stop for us, because it's a city that's really been designed kind of from nothing, right? Just built from the ground up. So it's always, I think, the idea of imagining what would you do if you could just build a city like from nothing. So it's going to be interesting. Although I'm sure there were, I don't want to say for nothing, but that idea of like having this sort of ability to design without having to necessarily contend with an infrastructure that's been there for hundreds of years, which is the case in many cities, including New York. So looking forward to seeing it.
I think that the New York City subway system should look this good and act this good, and it's just an amazing, amazing trip. So we're really looking forward to going to the technological city, and the best thing about this train actually is the air conditioning. It's really nice and cool in here.